Then you watch the level 20 like PvP thing, and Keela just literally murders everybody because it's like, I'm gonna like control water and drown you. Like, oh cool, I can't do anything about it. Neat.
I just turned into a dragon. We actually did, when I had like an in-person D&D game at the end. This was my first in-person like whole campaign stuff. But when the DM was kind of like winding down, he was like, okay, we're gonna have like this battle royale, and you pick one guy to you have one person be like the champion of the gods that you're a champion, and everybody else can can just create a level 20 character, and we'll do and then you can play these other characters for this battle royale. So we did it, and it was really cool because he had like a little styrofoam ball and like little pins, and it's like this whole battle royale was like on this inside of this like Dyson sphere, which was pretty neat, and like these weather effects kept changing and everything. But one of the characters was just a level 20 druid, and it's like I just keep shape changing every time my health starts getting low because I can do that forever.
I can. So my character would still have. Thyra would still have vulnerability to psychic damage, and the bard took a lot of like psychic spells. It's like in order to knock Thyra out, you will have to do 300 damage in one round. Because then, once it's my turn,
you're dead.
I'll rewild shape as a bonus action, and then as my action, I'll cast a spell.
So you do the smart thing. You only ask everybody, it's like everyone will get like one magic item. Okay, a ring of 3 wishes, but only 1 wish left. Okay. And then you play the druid that you can become an elemental instead of an animal, and then you use your ring of wishes to wish a Tarask into the place, and then become an earth elemental because you're immune to all their bullshit. You just sit there like, so long, fuck boys, I'm out of here.
Well, let's see. I think when we had that battle royale, I was playing a sorceress, and so I had the wish spell, and one person was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like drink this potion of invulnerability, and I'm just invulnerable for an hour, and I'm just gonna outlast everybody. And then I was like, you know what? No, 9th level dispel. Also, I have sorcery points, so new 9th level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're like, I cast wish. I wish that I had drank the potion, not them.
Oh, that would have been a better idea.
Oh gosh.
It's like, what are you gonna do about it? I got an hour of this. I got you in here for an hour of playtime.
Well, what was that? I was looking at what spell was it? Storm of Vengeance, and that was a pretty gnarly spell, if I remember it correctly.
I just remember doing like a high level campaign as a fighter in 3, and that shit is just cool. So they're gonna attack me. I'm just like, all right, and I'm gonna block, parry, counter, like disarm you, trip you on the ground. I'm gonna kill 3 of your friends that are standing next to me, and then I'm gonna get my next attack. It's like I have like 83 feats. You can't do anything to me. I've taken toughness like 10 times. I have like 400 HP.
Yeah, the first round of Storm of Vengeance is thunder, which does thunder damage and can deafen. Second round is it rains acid. Then the lightning strikes start. Then it starts to hail, and then the next 5 rounds it's a bunch of freaking wind. Freezing, gusts of freezing rain.
And those effects continue on. It just keeps adding new effects on top of all of it.
You know what else continues on? This game. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We've been live for quite a while, but I didn't want to interrupt because it sounded great. And then I did interrupt because it was time for us to get moving. Hello. Hi. It's been so long since you've seen our beautiful faces. You haven't even seen Frost's beautiful face in this game, but now he's back, and you have to live with it. This is him.
I apologize in advance.
The illusion is gone. It's everything you hoped for. Yes, so hi, this is us. Our sponsor, as always, is the wonderful Grinding Coffee Co. Grinding Coffee Co. for your wonderful Grinding Coffee Co. needs. I'm sure Shane has a better skit for this, so I'll go ahead and not deprive them of that.
I don't, I'm afraid. I was really fucking lazy, 3 weeks off.
Ah, well, shit. Just fucking made me a liar. Okay. Get some grinding.
I don't
coffee
even have the mug handy.
Yeah, use our affiliate link to get some coffee. That's it. The end. Goodbye.
It's pretty fucking great.
It's pretty fucking great.
And commercial.
Actually, you could... I don't know, you could just post my really stupid skit in the chat.
I could. It would require finding it.
Stupid skit. I have yet to see a single stupid skit about this.
I have only seen comedy gold. Anyways.
Here we are.
Wonderful GM, give us our recap since it's been so long.
Optimistic of you to think I remember.
Coincidentally, it's your job above all of ours to remember what's happening. No, it's not true. Jordan, why don't you give us the recap?
These foggy things attacked. We chased it. Came back. Couldn't find it, so we stayed another night on this hellish farm. We're like, why don't you be smart and actually pin your animals for the night instead of leaving them out in the open, like a good farmer. Then we set out to find the thing again. And, well, it found us, but we didn't know what it was, where it disappeared to, and it killed some guys. That's all I remember.
That wasn't necessarily true. These guys just wound up dead. You guys didn't see what happened to that. To them.
I believe we were going to. We planned to make them hold up or something while we trapped this thing.
We had planned to stick it out for a little while longer, and then we were going to leave.
Yeah, I think this was going to be our final night, and then we were going to leave.
Yeah, because I think we're like, well, there's not a whole lot more we can do here other than just stand here and slowly get killed by it.
You guys did run out and try to hunt it.
Yeah, we found the area where it might be hiding, and we were gonna search.
Oh, that's right. We were chasing after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found some broccoli blights.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were gonna.
But we couldn't find the thing we were actually looking for.
So we came back to the farm.
So we came back, and these guys were dead.
But we knew in the general area. We just couldn't keep searching.
Because we couldn't see Jack.
Yeah, so we were gonna rest and then finish searching for its lair.
Yes, you were hunting it down, but unfortunately, you actually rolled decent survival rolls, but then I was just mean and made you roll a d6 a couple of times, and you stumbled upon some other encounters, and then the fog faded. But now you know that these areas are completely clear, so tomorrow's hunt, if you choose to do so, should be easier. Otherwise, I'll leave it entirely up to you.
I go hunting!
I mean, I've got precious cargo. I can't stay on a fucking farm forever.
You're pregnant?
Yes.
We had the important stuff to bring back to the actual city. This was a side job, remember? We're not supposed to be spending our entire lives here.
We could make this the last time then.
Well, that was the plan. This was the last time. We were giving it one more shot.
We've been here 3 days already.
But nothing to show for it.
definitely going to either find something great or everybody here is paying us for it, and then we're leaving.
I see you moving my NPCs around.
You have this giant list, and there's no way to reach the character sheets without filtering through it. It's noxious.
Yeah, I need to get better at organizing those.
I just did.
Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna go hunt for this thing. I have the bloodlust for it.
Well, we came back here to rest, didn't we?
Yes, because we're
And I go
out.
hunting for it.
One more day. That's it. After that, I think there's no way we're going to expend anything else without feeling like we really have failed the sunken cost effect.
Well, in that case, are you guys settling in then?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe when last we left, you arrived back in the morning. So you've got a long day of sleep ahead of you.
We were out there all night, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Settling down is much like the 2 days prior. The farmers make you a hearty meal. They chit-chat with you for a little bit. They are a bit more sorrowful because today they didn't just lose farm animals, they lost people that, they're probably going to have to explain to the guards as to why they didn't return.
Maybe if they didn't suck!
Yeah, they were assholes. So, these guys were known slackers, so... Oh well?
They were sent out here to die.
They probably were. Is there anything anyone would like to get up to? You have a full 8 hours sleep and then a couple more to kill time in.
I go hunting!
Yeah, let's rest and then go hunting.
Alrighty.
Do we have any? Do you not have any bloodhounds or something really good at tracking?
Unfortunately, we don't. Why? They are common to the region, but we just haven't been able to catch and tame any just yet. We could requisition some from other farms, but that would take time.
Yeah, because we have the pieces left over from the one, and it gets very confusing when we were trying to look for it. Could have used that to help it find it faster, but hopefully it will at least be a bit clear.
Well, that ain't a half bad idea. None of you folk can smell real good. Not the beast man.
Okay.
That's his sense of smell.
I can recall any steps I've taken before.
That's not what he was asking.
I have a good snoot.
You have to speak up. We're not gonna be
I
able to
have
hear
a good snoot.
Well, there you go. That might just do. Unfortunately, Hog and Yak, while they might have a good scent about them, that's the wrong word. While they might have a decent... they might be able to sniff something out. They're not the kind to go running into danger like the good old dog. I don't actually know how good these things are at smelling. Probably really bad.
Where? Let's get underway. I start on hunting for this thing.
Yeah.
back from whence we came.
I'll just be a minute. Just had to slide into some DMs.
Okay. We can go hunting.
No? Am I the change of opinion?
No, sorry, I was just reading. I was just delayed reaction.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take that as a no then.
Exactly.
Well, dang, isn't that unfortunate?
Secrets.
Alright,
But this will be the last day, night
Yeah,
that I spend searching for this thing.
we're all in agreement
Right.
there.
yes, very good. Alrighty. It comes to about 9 o'clock, you guys all get up from your day sleep. And, yeah, the farmers would usually be asleep by now, but they kept a pot of something boiling, so you're able to feed yourself. You don't have to dip into your rations or anything wacky like that. You feed yourself and set out for the night, I assume. Is there any fun game plans or anything wacky like that, or just sitting around waiting for fog?
I was gonna try to go out early and try to find this thing's there.
Oh, yeah, that works too. Yeah, what time do you try and wake up to set out?
I go early as possible to learn the area. If the others don't go, I'll scout it out and just figure it out, and then when they want to leave, we'll go.
Do you tell us that you're doing that?
Yes.
Then I guess we'll go with you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, I
yeah,
will
fun
come.
plan. I'd say you guys probably got back pretty early in the morning, so like by the time you've dealt with dead guards and all that fun jazz, you set down to bed at probably 8 to 9, probably getting up at around 5 to 6 and having food and all that jazz. So you're setting out in early twilight kind of stage. It's only just getting dark. You still have an hour or two of sunlight. Gazrock, you're the one leading this expedition, and as a Minotaur, you know where you've been. Why don't you give me a survival check?
Can I cast guidance?
You sure can.
Oh right, where's my thingies? Do I have a thingies? I don't have thingies. Well, I'm gonna need that guidance. 9.
Okay. Unfortunately, you don't really pick up on any trails. You try sniffing the things, but you know, the snoot is good, but the snoot isn't good enough to pick up an immediate track. Why don't you roll me a d6 minus 2? So very close.
3.
Yeah. As you're traveling about, you stumble upon a little bit of a strange hovel. That's probably not the right word. A little campsite that has recently seen use. I can't remember where I left your tokens. Give me a sec. Where the fuck is the farm? Over here. Good. So I'll bring you over to the room.
Ooh, I see.
Yeah. And just from a glance, you get the impression that this has been used fairly recently, as snow hasn't recovered the fire pit or the logs, where it seems 2 figures may have been sitting.
Keep a sharp eye out.
Are there footprints?
You'd probably have to have a better look for that. So you can give me a perception or survival if you want to try and work something like that out.
I'm gonna also activate Divine Sense. Kind of get a look around. Since we're hunting something a little extra planar.
I'm not necessarily looking for footprints, but I'm gonna look around and cast guidance on myself.
And then I'll do my perception too.
Oh, I meant to roll that d4.
14.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Guzrock kind of has a hard time seeing them. It kind of looks like, as said, there definitely has been people here recently, or relatively recently, within the last day or so. Whereas Jordan, they can see a little bit better. They can see 2 different sets of footprints. One of them slim shoes, the other one more beast-like. Strangely similar to the tracks that Lorien is leaving behind.
Which tracks are like Lorien leaving behind?
Lorien leaves behind baby dragon tracks.
Still, yeah.
We saw footprints that were similar to those ones back at the farm. The board thingy, if I remember right. It is
I
true.
wasn't aware that Lorien was a dragon, but okay.
There was a
one of the wild magic.
surge that
Oh,
Yeah.
And am I remembering right? Didn't we see dragony footprints up around the boars?
Similar.
Do these look like those?
Similar, yeah. Just from a cursory glance, you get the impression that snow is kind of filling these tracks. They might be an hour old, if not a little bit more. It's not snowing that heavily today.
can I tell in with that 20, can I tell in what direction they're heading? These footprints?
That is... Yeah. You can definitely see that there's been a lot of, like, circles around the fire pits, sitting at the logs. They lead to the tree and then disappear, and then they reappear over here, and... Seems they've done a couple of laps of this camp. And then they seemingly trail off in that direction.
Well, it looks like they go in that general direction. Maybe we can start there.
Alright. We'll go look in that their direction.
Furthermore, with the perception of 20, you'd also notice that, yeah, there's a shitload of skulls lying around, and a bunch of, like, marrow bones and shit still softly smoldering in the coals of the fire.
Oh, hey, are they any of them like boar or yak bones?
Give me a medicine check.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
They are... yeah, you find... I'm not sure of the equivalent boar parts, but the equivalent to, like, femurs and ribs of boars, that have been ripped clean. Some of them still have a little bit of marrow in them, but you wouldn't be able to get much. And most disturbingly of all, you find a femur or two of a human.
Well, there's one of our culprits.
That is the freshest bone.
Also the humans, the freshest. Oh my god, this was them.
So we're getting closer.
Yes.
Good.
We should stay on our guard then?
Definitely. Or said to do that in general, but certainly now that we found bones.
Yes. Follow tracks.
And someone roll me a d10. Okay, that could be funny. Anyway, moving on. You guys are following the tracks?
Yes.
Yeah. If Guzrock is leading the charge, would you be a deer and give me survival with advantage?
Guidance?
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn good. As you're following these tracks, you're coming into a fairly forested area, and you have to duck and weave between trees and stomp through snow. It's kind of slow going, it's a bit wet and damp and depressing. Up ahead, you hear a howl of a wolf, and you seem to notice it before it notices you. And it's some 90 feet off. You can see it's just barely between the trees. And then suddenly it gets completely decimated by about 65 magic missiles, when 11 fairies descend upon it and pick it up and drag it away into the sky. There's flittering and giggling as they do, and then they disappear with their new prey.
Checks out.
You're free to go on.
Yeah, I continue following the footprints. I'm not messing with 100 fairies.
It was only 11.
What the
I saw
ever-loving
100
hell?
magic missiles,
Yeah.
okay?
It's just kind of like
Was
side
it?
glance, like,
It-
okay.
It does not matter how. It does not matter if those fairies are angry at us. 100 magic missiles is gonna down me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
What are you talking about? It's
11
only bare
magic
minimum 100 damage. It's fine.
yeah. You know, 11, assuming they're only casting at level 1, that's still 33 damage. Fucking 66, assuming they roll minimum, sorry.
Yeah.
Only 66.
Only 66.
They're,
I'm still
they're
dead.
just,
Yeah.
they're
They're
just
still,
trying
they're
to
still
eat.
dead. That's exactly enough to kill you. Because it has to be half your thing. So, yeah, you're dead.
But yeah. You continue on after that kind of harrowing sight. You're not sure what fairies would be doing with a wolf corpse, but you prefer not to know. You prefer not to think about that.
They're fairies. It could be anything.
Yes.
They might
So-
all just take the innards out and just use it like, those dragons in those Chinese parades.
Mm.
A what
That is
parade?
definitely what they're doing.
The parades with the Chinese dragons where the people
Yeah.
are under them.
Never heard of China. Where are these dragons? What do they look like?
They typically look like paper.
She's speaking
Those
out
aren't
of,
dragons
she's speaking
at all.
out of character.
God, I know. I know.
This is actually to the
Look.
far eastern land of Chinu.
Oh, no, don't call it that.
Insert non-offensive name here.
Was that offensive? I apologize if
We
so.
d- We'll never know because I don't
It's
know.
not really, but Chino is just how you say China in Spanish.
I did not know that.
Or to
Hey,
refer
the
to a
more
Chinese
you know.
person. Yeah,
Yeah, we're learning.
I used to work with a guy who wanted to be called Chino because he was adopted by a Hispanic family and he did not know what his actual ethnicity was, and he looked like he was either Chinese or Hispanic or some mix of the two, and so he was like, everyone just calls me Chino, and it's like, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He had very distinct Asian features, like the slanted eyes, and his facial hair grew in the like Fu Manchu, but he was very Hispanic at the same time. Anyways, the
Yeah.
more you know.
Mike, Super Short Show.
Sorry.
We did.
I said Mike's Super Short Show.
Anyway.
Definitely.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You alright?
Yes. As you guys are progressing, as I said, it is fairly slow going, and it's becoming darker. The escapade around the camp probably took you 10, 15 minutes. Following these tracks is a bit slow as well. Night is getting nearer and nearer, and suddenly... What is everyone's passive perception?
16.
Okay, you passed that.
12.
10.
Yes, I don't have the worst one.
Nope, you sure don't.
And sorry, I don't think I heard Shay.
14.
We have
Okay.
like descending even numbers.
Guzrock and Jordan. The wind starts blowing towards you, and upon that wind you hear archaic chanting. And fog starts to slowly roll in.
Do I understand what they're saying?
What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Abyssal and
You-
Common.
Celestial Giant Common.
Okay. Between Guzrock and Jordan, you each make out different, like, syllables here and there, but there's never a complete word. If, like, discussing between yourselves, if you happen to do so, you might learn that there seems to be a weird blend of Infernal and Abyssal.
That's weird.
You gross, a full fiendish sound.
They usually hate each other,
I know, right?
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 Correct.
I mean, we couldn't get
Actually,
lucky that they're against each other. You know, they're
I was
probably.
gonna say, actually,
teamed
would I know that as a bard about the whole demon devil war?
Maybe they're having a very whispery argument.
Should we follow the sound? I think we should follow the sound.
I think we should. But
We should.
first, Frost asked the question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That is a strange question, and I don't know how to answer you, but
Probably with a history roll.
Or
yeah,
religion
give
check.
me a history or like
religion, yeah.
religion or arcana or whatever you
Look, I was
think
gonna
might
say,
apply.
I could do Arcana because that's 2. The other ones are 1. So
Right,
let's
so
do.
give me a bard, my dude.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, they kind of despise each other, and that these two languages are mixed is really quite peculiar.
This is what they call a big no-no, guys. Don't know why there's devils and demons combined in talking, but would certainly take caution when we go to investigate it.
Yeah, that's a fair call.
Well, I mean, at least we know we're dealing with a devil and a demon.
The love child of a devil and a demon.
Oh my
Straight
God,
out of a
that's gotta be
sitcom.
wrong. Oh my god,
It
it's
could just be a Yugoloth playing both sides to mislead us.
let's go find out.
Yeah, either way, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Following the sound is very easy. It's the wind is carrying it straight towards you, and the wind is only coming from one direction. Strangely enough, like usually wind changes every now and then. Tonight it simply isn't. So all you have to do is press on straight ahead, conveniently in the same direction as the tracks you were originally following. Eventually, after 5 minutes of inane whispering and trudging through snow and questioning your sanity as you hear a strange word or a strange swear in Abyssal or Infernal, you eventually stumble upon a room I misplaced. That's not the right one. Fucking hell, Shane. Here we are. I didn't copy the tokens. God fucking damn it, Shane. And now, after all that suspense, that I completely ruined, you stumble upon a little clearing that has a large obsidian-looking slab built upon concrete. Why it's here is unknown, but in the midst of it is a familiar-looking cloud that's only beginning to form.
One more question. Is this like the same kind of obsidian slab that we found back at the other place?
Did I move you over? No, I didn't. There you go, you can have a look. It's considerably larger.
Oh, okay. Is that all we see, or is there, like, people standing around? Oh,
There's one. As you grow closer, over the altar in the middle is a cultist that's chanting these inane whispers and holding up both of his hands. Both of his hands and wrists are bleeding profusely down to his elbows, which are resting upon this altar. And the blood seeps into the stone, and that's where the cloud is forming. It eventually grows into a familiar beast that you've seen before.
Does the guy look like he's bleeding out?
Very much so.
Well, I'm...
Try not to bleed onto that altar until we can get a better look at it.
I wanted to charge from here.
Let's get closer before we all decide to rush in.
Okay. I'll try to get closer. Although, I'll look at the others and just say, I'm pretty loud. I'll go one way, you can go the other.
I'm also loud, but I'll take the forward approach if you want to get around the side.
Okay.
Ooh.
You alright, Aldrich?
I was just thinking about how we could do this. I could reduce your size, make you easier to carry. And you could go with the big boy over there.
I don't think we need to sneak this.
Okay.
Just be careful, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll start moving up the front.
And I'll start moving up the side.
30.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm just moving 30 feet at a time, and when you tell me to stop,
Yeah, I'm using the trees to sneak around.
I'm trying to stay in the middle so that if anybody needs healing, I can actually reach somebody.
Lorian, you pause there.
Yeah.
Eldroic and Jordan, you can probably move again if you want to.
Okay, there we go. There's my Thwoidy.
There you go. So as you guys are slowly kind of trying to... I didn't even ask you to roll stealth, but that's okay. You guys are slowly trying to trudge closer to where this seeming ritual is going on. Eventually, you see the man that's knelt upon the altar. Blood pooling on it. He must have lost quite a bit. He's looking pale. Eventually, he just collapsed.
Uh-oh.
And as that happens, the final bits of mist ascend into this gaseous form. And you hear a sickening interplanar roar. You also get the sense that it has fully formed.
I charge! Ah!
Yep. Yeah. Everyone give me a monotone, like, a monotone as I try to get the initiative tracker up. Yeah. Everyone give me initiative.
0.
Wow, really?
Holy shit. I will take a 16 with my 5. Holy crap.
You guys stumbled
5.
upon this creature as it was being summoned, so you get the first round.
Oh, well, I'm gonna spend my round to double move then. Hooray.
That one. Aldruic, this heinous summoning has finished. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm gonna... Okay. Let me see how far away this is. Okay, cool. I just have to see how far away it goes, rock out. No, okay, never mind. Way out of range. Shit, could I have
Only
gotten
Lorien would be
closer?
affected by your mantle.
Yeah, I was like, could I have gotten closer if I went just the other way? Let's see, it was here. So if I went here, nope, I would have been. It still would have been Lorien. Okay. So I am going to just take regular move. And I think I will take out my crossbow. Because that's, yeah, okay, good, he's in range. Just gonna try to take a pot shot at it, so when the other two much better geared people run up to fight him, you won't probably pay attention to it at first.
Good choice.
Never mind. Oh!
You're technically hidden. 25 to hit.
I'll take a hoo-yah for 8.
This crossbow, the bolt, thunks into the cloud and hits something meaty. Is that all you do?
Yes.
Jordan, your allies have engaged the enemy. The summoner lies dead. Now it's just his beast.
I think I'm gonna move first. Uh, 30. Then, why not just Sacred Flaming? Why not just try that? Yeah. Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, it is still just recently been summoned. It's not got its wits about it just yet, so it takes the holy damage.
And for my bonus action, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, for my bonus action, I'm going to twin cast Shield of Faith on Lorien and Guzra. So they both get a +2 to their AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, good choice. Is that all?
Yep, that's my movement, my bonus action, and my action.
Alright, the cloud does nothing except reel in pain, but if it even... it probably doesn't look like it's doing that, it's just a cloud. Lorian!
For me, it's going to be a move forward. I should have did that earlier.
Throw your shield at it.
Yeah, Avenger Strike, It's going to move forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let myself be known, and then bonus action to put on Wrathful Smite.
Yep, sounds good to me. Guzrock, you were prepared for this encounter, and then you decided to sit around and have a 0 of an initiative, so... After a while, it's finally your turn.
Yeah, but I do move 30 feet closer, and then I'm going to use the little... I'm going to use the sword thingy. I'm going to use Steel Wind. And poof.
Yeah. What range did I give that? I can't remember.
Check.
30 feet, sweet. You should be in range, I think.
Just barely.
Alrighty. Give me the first attack and then 4 following weaker attacks.
First attack, 19.
Good hit.
And then... and then this is just 3 damage, right?
Yeah, just your modifier damage.
Alright, well, then... Oh, that sucked, so that was much higher. So... 5, 3, 13 to hit. Or, no, I'm sorry, 12 to hit.
The 12 and 13 would miss.
Okay, 19 to hit, and 23 to hit, so 4 hits.
Yeah, nice. 5, 8,
Or 11, I think.
11, 14, yeah.
Oof.
You
Oof.
wail into
Oof.
this thing with,
Oof.
14 force damage as you become an anime protagonist and just
Mhm.
completely slash this thing up. It doesn't seem pleased.
Ah.
Alrighty, Eldruic. That you're no longer in surprise round. You're now in open combat.
Yes, I gotta see. Okay, good. So anywhere I go near will be fine. I'm gonna move to here, and I'm going to mantle everybody.
And that's half our movement, right?
Yes, half your movement, and oh god, why is this like all the way bottom on this list? Yeah, half your movement, 5 temporary HPs, and yeah. And that's my bonus action. For my attack, I will viciously mock the thing. Yes! What are you, some kind of generic RuneScape villain?
I'm gonna say it has disadvantage.
Oh, yes!
Wouldn't have mattered anyway, but yeah, it takes 1 psychic damage. Nah, fuck it, it was vulnerable to that attack.
Take 2.
Take 2 psychic damage.
And that will end my turn.
Jordan.
Yeah, so I'm concentrating on a spell. I don't want to get too close. But I need to at least get 20 feet closer. So I'm going to move up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then... Shit. Never mind. I'm not going to do that because Ghost Rock is still out of range. But I still have movement. So I'm gonna move forward 5 more feet because that's all of my movement. And he should be in range now. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Aid on Ghost Rock, Lorian, and myself. So we all get increased HP by 5 for the next 8 hours. And you gain 5 HP.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Good. This beast is going to use a legendary action because it doesn't like clerics. It's going to cast Madness, swapping the positions of Guzrock and Jordan.
That's fine.
And unfortunately, it is now its turn as well. It is going to slap Jordan with an Uwu. 19 to hit.
Jeez.
Yeah, that hits.
For 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Would you
max
be a dear and
damage.
give me a con save for that concentration?
Hey, at least you get to reduce it to 7 bludgeoning.
What was the save?
Con to keep concentration. I think it's just a D6
Yeah.
10.
Or 10 or half, whichever is greater.
Ooh. Nope,
Shield
it's
of
fine.
Faith falls off, I'm afraid.
Oh no. Yeah, I forgot I
What?
could do that.
That is all it does for now. Except it shifts over there.
That's okay. 8 isn't concentration, so.
Yeah, exactly. Lorian, this thing is making passes at Jordan.
Yep. So
Again.
not happy about that. Lorian comes over, sets up a flank. At least for now, you're not going anywhere. And so we'll come in with two-handed chop. Thank you, babe. Pump in the smites
And
into
add
it.
every one of your fucking smites. Wrathful and your standard one.
So I gotta remember how much Wrathful did because I clicked on it. Psychic damage, fun. Your attack deals an extra d6 of psychic. Additionally, if the target is a creature, is it a creature?
Does a monstrosity count as a creature?
Yes.
Okay.
It is not an object.
That's fair.
It's not an object.
Yeah. So it needs a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me until the effect ends. Oh, I gotta keep a concentration on that. Interesting. As an action, the target must or can make a Wisdom check against the spell DC to resolve it at the end or to end the spell. Oh, fun. Okay, so here we go. So there's the slashing automatically. It's one set of smites. That's the critical smite. Ugh, come on now. And then another 2d something that I already read and I forgot. 2d6. 2d6 psychic incoming. Wow, okay.
For an extra 23 damage, not horrible.
No.
Yeah, Lorian just runs over and completely rails this thing.
20.
No one touches her. Which one's number 1 and which
36.
one's number 2?
Wow. It's like you have to...
That
I've never watched Star Trek.
36 damage.
Oh.
39.
39?
Yeah, 39.
Oh yeah. 39.
Yeah, 39 damage. But yeah, no one touches Jordan except Lorian.
Did it make it save?
Yeah, what's your
Oh,
DC?
Actually, hold on. It may be more damage because Great Weapon Fight.
Great Weapon Master. Ah.
You gotta reroll all those ones and twos.
Let's see, so there's 1, 2, 3.
There's Two.
I gotta reroll 3 of them.
2 ones. There's 2 ones.
My weapon attack already rerolled it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it would just be the smites that need. So 3.
Yep.
3,
1d8 and
1d8,
1d6.
2d6.
And I have to keep the second one, I think. Yeah. So the second one has to stay. So there we go. It actually becomes that.
So that's...
The 1 becomes a 5, so an extra 4 damage, and 1 becomes a 4, so an extra 3 damage for 7 all up.
Yep. Not extra 7.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, even better hit. This cloud flickers and wanes. It's not looking good. Guzrock, sorry, Lorian, were you done?
I don't have anything. Wait, hold on. Channel Divinity. Oh, that's an action, so yes. Yeah, probably.
Alrighty. Guzrock, you were in melee combat with this beast and then you strangely appeared over here within a fraction of a second.
I don't like that. Alright. I'm going to take out Riddling and do 2 attacks.
Oh.
That's what you get for mispronouncing its name. It doesn't like that.
You'll learn to like it.
Oof.
Yeah, the second one is better. You bring your axe down into this cloud and cleave off a tentacle.
Alright.
It shrieks in. It shrieks loudly, and then 2.
Hold on a moment.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I'm. Oh, okay, never mind. I was trying to read what the roll was because my get a critical 19s, but it wasn't a 19, it was a 17.
Are you going champion fighter?
Yeah.
Ah, fun.
I never done it before, so.
It's a good build.
Yeah.
Nice and solid.
Simple, but very, very strong. Anyway, as I was saying, you bring your axe down into this thing, cleave off a tentacle, it shrieks. Suddenly, 2 nasty-looking blades pierce out of the cloud and rend the misty coverage apart, revealing a great orange eye. And I will give you the art I should have prepared earlier.
Well.
Please see Discord. As this cloud dissipates behind this creature and a nasty looking beast appears. As we move into phase 2.
Oh my god.
How do you showcase tokens again?
Shift Z. Or I
Yeah,
think.
Shift Z. Phase 2.
Now, everyone except Lorian, roll a wisdom save
Oh,
as you gaze upon this eye of cosmic terror.
I forgot. I dropped the axe. Wisdom save.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
14.
I'm so far away.
Alright. Jordan, you're a cleric of high faith. You've seen beasts like this before and you've even slain them. Probably, I don't know. Aldroic and Guzrock, you gaze upon this eye and feel unwavering fear
I mean, I've been sleeping
However,
with a book that's been whispering to me. I think you can handle this.
And Lorian, you've seen this eye before. Why, in your last encounter with this beast, you tried to jump into its realm. This one singular eye stared at you before expelling you from its realm. It cannot fear you. You're hardy, your resolve is strong. As we move into Phase 2, we move back to the start of the initiative. Aldruic, you're terrified.
Yes, I don't like it. I don't like it. This is let's see, I don't have a spell to run, do I? I think I will Vicious Mockery attempt to remake fun of it for being just a weird, funny looking RuneScape character, but he doesn't have anything behind it. He's like, just weird pixels. Oh, this is so gross.
Hey, I'll have you know this is the remake, thank you. This is in RuneScape 3. Ain't no weird pixels here, friend.
You look like the HD version of an old StarCraft character. There you go. Yeah.
It still fails. So, yeah. You're terrified and you're flailing out random insult. Yeah, you seem to harm it. Is that what you do? Pissing yourself is a free action.
It is. I will wait until they aren't here anymore. But, yeah, that will be it for me.
Alrighty, at the end of your turn, give me another wisdom save to see if you can overcome this fear. Hey, yeah. The shock was, short lasting. But yeah, you shake it off really quickly.
It's not that bad, guys.
Jordan, this thing has shown its true form.
Alright. This is either gonna go really well, really bad. But Jordan is going to reach out and touch one of its tentacles and cast Inflict Wounds on it.
Yeah.
For a 23 to hit.
Not horrible damage. You grab this tentacle, it wriggles beneath your hand, and then you channel the effect of the spell, and it rots over, and its movement is impaired. But it's one of many, so it doesn't mind.
That's gonna be my turn.
Alrighty. Not gonna run away?
No. I'm a cleric, we don't run.
Lorian! You've seen this beast before. You were in its home realm. And now it's in yours.
Alright. Where's divine power? Oh, that's right. That's the spell regen ability. Cool. I will. I'll just smack it. Keep smacking it. Utilize this advantage. Or this
Smack it until it dies.
Smack it until it dies. For some reason, it hasn't decided to pay attention to me, so I'm going to just keep smacking it. So that's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Right.
The demon blade sinks into its flesh and carves a nice hearty wound.
Yep, I'm going to put another smite into it.
Yep, go for it.
Those reroll. Those don't need to reroll, so 20 points there.
I like it. And at the end of your... Oh, sorry. Is there anything else?
I do have a bonus action, I believe, because smiting doesn't count. bonus action, I'm going to cast.
I'm really dumb. I took the original one off the fucking initiative tracker, and now it's not even on there.
That's fine. I'm gonna put Shield of Faith on Jordan now.
Oh.
Yeah. So no Mr. Bad Touch for you.
At the end of your turn, this thing stares at you, and it would try to blink if it were able, but it can't. And then it channels its strange energy, and you feel exposed. Your armor that you were wearing is suddenly on the ground behind you.
Oh, that's not good.
But that is all its legendary actions for the turn, so you can rejoice in that fact.
Who do you do that to? Me?
No, me.
No, it
I
did that
don't
to
know.
Lorien.
Oh.
Purely because he
Woohoo.
goaded it. Guzrock. Lorien decided now is a nice time to get naked. You don't know why.
For some reason I'm scared of this thing. That means I must eat it and gain its fear. I mean courage.
I don't know if that's how it works, but you go, man.
Shut up, I got this. I'm going to grapple it since that's not disadvantage.
Pacific Rift 2.
7.
Yes, the tentacles slap you away.
Fuck you! Alright.
And you shake your fear.
Get back here, spaghetti! I will use my movement to shift.
Technically, that wisdom save would come at the end of your turn.
Alright,
So,
I use my movement to shift
Baron.
and then I make the wisdom save.
yeah, that's
Alright,
kind of away from it to some degree of the imagination.
that's all.
Eldruic.
Can't come in to give him the old stabbies. Oh. Let's see, how far away am I? Okay, well, I will pop my gem wings so that I could take off away from this guy because he's gross to get a little bit closer. And then I'll go 10 feet vertically from here.
Yep, sounds good to me.
And I will viciously mock him again. Because I'm mean. You look like the prototype Cho'Gath minion.
Yeah, it's not liking these fucking old school game meta jokes.
That's right. I have the power of the fourth wall on my side.
Is that all you do?
Yes.
Jordan, this thing has engaged you in its true form in mortal combat. And Lorien's naked too, so that's a bit distracting.
Yeah. It's a little bit distracting. That's why I don't know what to do. I'm going to Toll the Dead.
I like it.
He's... Yep. Wisdom saving throw.
Hey, it actually made it for once. It shrugs off your deathly toll.
Jordan, come slightly closer to me.
And, for my bonus action, I'm gonna repay the favor. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith back on Lorien, since she's got no armor. And I guess I'll shift, like Guzrock asked. I don't really want to, because then that gives up the flank. But
It gives you intercept though, which is well worth it.
is that close enough? I think I'm right next to you.
Yeah, 5 feet of Guzrock.
And you can always move in and out of a flank without getting away.
Oh wait, I am still flanked. Haha. Okay.
Alright, is that all you do?
Yep, that is my action, my bonus action, and I move.
This creature seems to be taking a beating. It opens its gangly maw to shout something inhuman that your ears just... I worded that sentence really poorly, but these words on this wall back here flare, and suddenly a wave of power is thrown over you. Everyone make me a con save.
Jeez.
Oh, ha! I thought I rolled that 6. No, I rolled a 21. Okay.
6, 21, 18, 8.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, Druick and Guzrock, you take 2 damage. Fucking Jordan and Lorian, you take 1. But Guzrock,
What kind of damage is that?
force.
Okay.
Guzrock, you are thrown 30 feet backwards. Druick, you are thrown 30... Actually, no, you're not in range. Never mind, don't take damage. Jordan and Lorian, however, this wave of power is immense. It clatters against you, and even though you resisted it for the most part, it still knocks you back a bit. You guys are thrown 15 feet. This seemingly has the inverse effect on the Chaos Beast, as this wave of unholy force mends some of its wounds.
Well, we're gonna pretend I'm under Eldritch.
Yeah.
Just looks down like, oh, hi.
Guzrock would technically be blown back to there.
Okay.
There, sorry. And Lorian would be knocked back to there. But invoking the word of power is all the beast can do. It simply retreats a little bit. And then Lorian!
See, I'll get right there. And just where you think you're going. And yeah. 17.
Yeah, very nice.
The smite's not on there. Actually, it will be. I'll use my bonus action to do Harness Divine Power to get a spell slot back. And then turn it into a smite. Which I will re-roll one of those d8s.
Yeah.
That's a 2. So it becomes 20 damage. Yeah, it's 20 damage.
Okay, I can't really do anything fun with that, but this thing is going to use a legendary action, as it's had its turn since last time it did, to throw out a spine from beyond. It's going to throw something at the airborne Dragonborn.
Hey, whoa, hey,
Sentinel.
Yeah, sure.
Monkey with the chops. I can't put the smite in that one, so as great as it would have been. 12 damage.
Yeah, still a damn good hit.
you know, I just get thwapped in the arm with this thing like, ah, jeez.
Guzrock, This thing just blasted you with an arcane force.
I charge! And then I use my Goring Rush. Rah! And if I can, I want to tackle it into its own realm and kill it there. Probably can't do that. Goring Rush! 22.
Yeah, not with that kind of roll.
22.
Even still, that's a good hit. For 7 piercing, but you're not really sure how to knock things into its own realm or even how that travel kind of works.
I mean,
So
it's
you just
coming
deal
out of the
damage.
portal, isn't it? Or is it just here?
Now it's just here.
Oh, okay, so there's no
There is no longer a portal.
Alright. So I hit it, and then I will use my movement, the rest of my movement, to go to just climb. Let's see, who's next?
Me.
Shoot, I used 50 movement. I can't get close enough to Lorian to do the thingy. And this is a wall above me, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can't. Close enough to Lorian. Can't go through it either. I can't occupy its space. Alright, I can get there. That's it.
Oh, Jordan, technically you took 1 damage, so roll a concentration save.
Shield of Faith is gone.
That's just cruel.
I gotta roll for your Shield of Faith.
I had to roll for yours.
Yeah, I gotta roll for yours. Yep, okay.
Oh, what a beautiful fucking... You know, the yin and yang. No damage, but knock off 2 spells. Sorry, Gazrock. Was that all?
Yeah, I was hoping to get closer to Lorian, but that's all I can get. I can't get any closer with the wall there.
Yep. Eldroic. You just narrowly avoided an arcane blast. And now you're floating about happily.
It's very spoopy. Oh, let's see. I could get in here, but then I'd only have 5 feet of movement to get away from it. Let's see. Oh wait, I know what to do. So I'll move in to like swoop in to take a stab with the dagger. $18.
Yeah, nice.
7 piercing, and I will absolutely invoke it to drink this weird otherworldly blood. If it wants
Tasted
to.
it before. The blade is still crusted with the sick infernal ichor that this thing bleeds. It kind of wants more, but it also feels sick. It's like a fat guy at a buffet.
It's like drinking too much syrup, like, yes, it's so good, but oh.
And that's how
Precisely.
and that's how your dagger died of diabetes.
It's gonna evolve into this crazy thing that, yeah, it just gives people diabetes when I stab it. And I will bonus action mantle a second time to all of them.
I like it.
It's all you get 5 temps, you can move if you want. You don't have to. And I will float, take a 5-foot float, like, eh.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Why are you moving?
Because it takes a reaction.
Why are you moving out of the flanks?
Who, me? Oh, because it'd be Guzrock's turn now? Oh, never mind. Yeah. No, I was like, wait, no, you're right. You would go for him. Okay, so that'll be it for now.
I was wondering why Guzrock moved too, because they were over there initially.
Oh, I was trying to get closer to you and free up flank for someone else in case they wanted to use it. But I was trying to get closer to you so I could also intercept.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
No, that makes sense. I'll scoot here. That way, both of these things are possible.
Hey.
With Lorian, all things are possible. So put that down in. But I will. Yeah, I will. Well, for now, I'll use it to like scoot up here, so there's less movement it can do, and that'll be it for me. More versatility for flank possibility.
Yeah, I like it. Assuming everyone is finished with their movement.
Yes.
It comes to Jordan.
Yeah, I'm gonna move some more. Not sure where. Hold on. How far away am I from this thing? 30 feet. I'm gonna move back like 10 feet. And then I'm going to try and toll the dead again.
Yeah, roll it. Rather,
It's
it's
a wisdom saving throw.
is going to use one of his legendary resistances to nullify the damage.
And that's going to be my turn.
Alrighty. The beast is not looking good. It's going to lash out to try and fend off some of these creatures. Its portal to its own realm vanished since the cultist died. It is up against a wall, and a caged beast is always the most dangerous. It's going to swing at Lorian with one of its gangly scythes. 13 to hit against an unarmored Lorian.
13 will hit.
And then it's going to follow up with another attack. Yeah, sure, roll up. Yeah, nice. You reduce the damage by a significant amount. And then it follows up with a 21 to hit for 11 slashing.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Wait a minute. Does interception take your reaction?
Yes, I can only do it once.
You already used your reaction.
Yeah, you used a reaction to move, technically.
No, I stayed in place. Lorian used her.
Oh, right, yeah, you did.
Oh,
Everyone else
yeah,
moved.
right. Nice.
That's the whole reason I didn't move.
Perfect.
Oh well.
Right.
Not that it really matters, because you guys are going to kill this thing in right now. Lorian! This thing has just flailed its gangly-looking scythes at you. Cut you good twice. But now it's your turn.
Good. Cut it thrice. Good. 23 to hit. Thank you for not moving. I'm gonna burn that second use of my divine thingy to get my smite back, and then go chow, because that low ball damage again.
Technically, you should have got your smite back first, but I'll allow it.
Yeah.
You swing into this thing, and how do you end it?
I, completely naked with this sword, I jump up and I bring the demon blade down directly into its eye. And then I pump the smite into it.
Yes, it recoils in pain as it tries to wrench itself away from you, away from your sword, and then the radiant energy pulses through its eye and it simply explodes. And then it falls from its levitated state onto the altar and starts sifting away into demonic dust.
God damn it!
Scoop it up, it's okay.
You know you can't eat an extraplanar entity, right? It returns to its original plane when it dies.
Make it closer.
Yeah,
Mostly so I can get a closer
space.
look at this altar.
I believe we right on our break time. Did that combat work out perfectly?
I flipped the altar in anger.
Yeah, it's pretty much spot on. So let's take our break now.
Alrighty! How perfectly that worked out because I have to work out loot and I don't know how to read a fucking treasure table. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. You guys get up, stretch your legs, go and get a drink, go and get a fucking VB. And be back here shortly.
Be back soon, y'all. Stick around for more.
No, don't go and get a VB. Go and brew some damn good Grinding Co. coffee.
No, I need to actually go to sleep after this game. I can't have any coffee. Tempting as it be.
Or what if you just were like me and never slept again? It's fine.
No, it's not fine. I have to go to work. It's not fine. It's the opposite of fine. I need to actually try and squeeze out some decent hours of sleep.
That's okay. When we come back, I'm going to do a thing that'll make Shane regret his life choices.
Hooray,
No, probably.
you're
No.
the best.
It's like, joke's on you, I already did.
Also, Ren, did you get a chance to look at that thing I sent you on Discord?
I did. I was going to address it once combat was over.
Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't really a chance to say anything, so, you know.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you sped read that. I didn't want to allude to the fact I'd sent you that. Anyway, go and have a break!
Oh, you mean like me? Where you
But-
keep telling everybody that you're sliding into DMs?
Yeah, and then I saw mine, and I was like, gonna have to talk about that.
All y'all have all this crazy shit going on. Guzzrock just is gonna be running a restaurant, and
Listen, you
I'm-
got Naifu, you're fine.
I have a
No.
knife that wants to do evil shit, and yet I'm gonna slowly convert him to the side of good.
Murder is okay.
Speaking
Maybe
of,
a little less dark.
as this creature dies, Naifu drains what little blood you can receive before the demon beast
Rude. I
is
was trying to absorb.
destroyed.
Just the two, like the knife and the dagger, the blade and the dagger touch, and we're both like, "You too."
Rude.
Hey.
Actually, yeah, good point. The eye was meant to be a droppable piece of loot, but you destroyed it. I can do something fun with that one.
Alright.
Anyway,
I'm
we've been
here.
sitting here for like 3 minutes. Go and have a break.
I'm up. Yeah. You done with your stew, hun? Your crappy stew.
Take another bite.
No, the meat actually came out pretty well. I think I gave you a couple pieces of meat in yours. I don't think
The carrots are very heavy with the that taste.
Yeah, I don't know what. Rice also absorbed it. Pretty unbeatable.
Sorry. 'Cause, like, I don't know, like, the- like, the- 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 the-
Shay, by the way, like several weeks ago I told you to go and kill a cloaker or something wacky. I've decided to renege on that one. I found something more fun. So let's just pretend Guzrock didn't have a quest. But we'll fix that soon.
Well, Shane, at least I alluded to what your DMs were about, but I think the only one who heard would have been Lorian, because everybody else was terrified.
I'm not even sure if I heard that.
When I said that I have books that whispered to me, "You're nothing."
Oh, yeah, right. I did hear that.
Did anybody but me and Lorian even take damage?
No, I made the mistake of making that fight way too fucking easy and not giving him enough actions. Oh well, that's okay. We've wasted far too much time on this adventure anyhow.
Yes. Live and learn, then get loves.
Oh, Shay is following me. How nice.
Just making faces. Kupla. Kupla.
Cuckoo.
Kupu.
Poopy?
Kupi. Kupa. Kupo. And whatever cute animal friends exist in New World. Another MMO that is still doing better than WoW.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, really isn't very hard.
The Republic looking on over the dumpster fire going, finally, our time to shine.
Now is our time to strike. Everyone will remember. No, even better. You see the old Republic go, did you think we had forgotten? Did you think we had forgiven?
Oh no.
Isn't that exactly what fucking Putricide said? Oh no, not Putricide. Fucking what's his face?
Yeah, that was the Wrathgate quote.
Yeah.
Because the Wrathgate is like one of the best cinematics that they made. It's like not better, best. One of the best. For the like shitty old riggings that they had to get a full in-game cutscene, fucking blew people's minds. Back in my day, we didn't have cutscenes. We just had the storytelling, and that's how we liked it. That's a lot of numbers being rolled.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is what you get when you follow the DMG. Fuck this.
All of this treasure spills out of its body, Diablo style. Oh no, who lost their camera? There it is. What is it doing? Oh, it went out full screen. Now it's working.
All right. That was slightly longer than a short break, but that's okay. I had to run some numbers and dig through some books and do all this kind of stuff that I should have done any time in the last 3 weeks. But now it seems we are all back.
Yeah. We get back
You are.
from outer space.
Yes. This beast decays beneath the blades of Aldroic and Lorien, leaving behind few substances. One slick oil spills onto the floor and coats part of the altar. It seems to glimmer in a strange way, and that is seemingly the only thing it leaves behind besides the blood drained by the 2 swords that slew it. Gazing around the altar, where the bloody cultist lays dead, is a number of strange things equally coated in his blood that seemingly pooled and spilt over all of these fun items. And some is stored safely away in recesses of the altar as well. Having a look around, you find... On top of the altar, you find a potion of superior healing, an elixir of health, 2 gems directly beneath the priest's or cultist's elbows, and a number of coins.
Yeah. As I walk closer to the altar, I will be casting Goodberry.
That didn't really paste as well as I'd want it to, but you find more so a shitload of coins. 2,000 copper, 1,100 silver, all pulled up as if a sacrifice or a way of coaxing other plainly beings into this world, along with 100 gold and 2 agates. And of course the potion and elixir.
I'm gonna walk up to Lorien, and I'm gonna put my hand on what I would assume is her exposed back, since she's still naked.
Yep.
Here you go, love. And I'm gonna feed her a good berry. Which does...
Just like head back now.
Yeah, like exactly like that. And it does 4 healing. Instead of 1.
Oh, getting the good berries.
And then I will slowly feed her. I think she'll need 2 more. Right?
No, actually, I'm good.
Because of the temp.
Yeah, it ate through the temp and your... Actually, I could take 1 more because it knocked down the extra 5 from yours as well.
Yeah,
that would put me at 34 of 30. Oh, actually, it would put me at 35 because I was at 27.
Then I will feed myself.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we got it.
Indeed, the fact that looks like it's formed whenever somebody's like looks over the body, like bled out here.
Best destroy the altar.
Yes. How many did I feed you, Lorien? 2?
To make sure that it cannot be summoned again. Also, I'm pulling back the cultist hood. Is it a dragon person? Is that why they're leaving dragon footprints?
No. Their feet are perfectly humanoid.
Huh.
They're a half-elf.
I'm going to check the person for anything, and I'm just taking stock of everything that's here.
Yeah. Digging through their pockets is probably where you find some of that loot.
Yeah.
They don't have much else on them. Except a grimy dagger that's covered in their own blood.
So, if we're going to split the coins, everybody would get 500 copper. 275 silver. And 25 gold.
You said 275?
Yes.
These are all nice round numbers.
How much gold?
25 gold. Split evenly between the 4 of us.
And it's definitely split evenly between the 4 of us.
Yep. Then there's the potion, the elixir, and the 2 agates.
Agates.
Well, potions here. Coins, and I just like divvy it out. And
Probably one of you 2, she points to Guzrock and Lorien, should keep the healing potion for sure.
Yeah.
You'll probably be taking the most damages.
You want it? I can heal myself.
alright. Do you want the elixir? I don't know what the elixir does.
Yeah, I'll take it once we find out what it does. Looks expectantly to Aldruic.
Just for bookkeeping, that potion is superior healing, which is 8d4 plus 8.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what
Would
right, Frost?
being a cleric, would I
What?
know what the Elixir of Health does?
Do you have identify?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me a low DC religion, nature, or arcana. I don't really mind.
I haven't used any spell slots, so I can do some identifying without
18.
all the time.
Yeah, easy. I just fucking closed it. I'm done.
It'll cure a disease or
Cure
a condition
disease.
of. It's basically a lesser restoration potion.
Yeah, exactly. When you drink this potion, it cures any disease afflicting you, and it removes the blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned conditions. The clear red liquid has tiny baubles of light in it.
I don't need that either.
Yeah, aren't paladins sweet?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and hold on to the bowl.
Well,
Or somebody else could take it.
here's a goddess.
Goddies.
Goddess. That's what Guzra calls them. Goddess.
Okay, sure. That's a fair trade.
I got it.
I've got these.
Can I read this? Does it make sense? Is it abyssal?
Yeah. Let's see.
I have a couple more berries if anybody else needs a little bit of a top off.
I wouldn't say no to one.
Okay, here you go. 4 HP.
It just tells
She doesn't feed it to Aldruic like she did Lorian. She just hands it to him.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't need it fed me or anything.
I'll
Yeah.
feed it to Aldruic like Jordan fed.
Tell him like a bird.
Yeah, Gazrock, remind me what languages you speak. I know you get one of them.
Abyssal, Common, and technically Minotaur.
Okay.
But I
You
imagine
can recognize 1.5 letters on this wall. One of them is definitely derived of Abyssal script, but everything else is really strange. And Lorian, you said you speak Infernal, don't you?
No.
No, Jordan.
sorry, that was
Jordan's.
I speak giant.
Yeah. You two can recognize the other half of the letter that Guzrock could recognize, and one other. This word seems to be comprised of a number of languages, but there are still 4 or 5 unknown ones. Could...
The giant.
No. Could you all be a dear and just paste the languages you know, and I'll see if you guys can work out this word. Hey, hey.
I like that we all just have different languages for once.
Yeah. Oh, Druic. You see these two staring at the wall. And you're like, oh, what are they doing? Oh, that's a bit of a weird word. What the fuck? That's like Orc in Orcish. And that letter over there is also an Orcish letter. What the fuck is going on here?
This is a very strange combination of languages.
Are we able to figure out enough of the letters that we can start guessing the word?
From the Orcish tongue, you know it starts with R. From the Infernal and Abyssal, you know there's an E. And from the Abyssal, you know there's an E. And from the Infernal, this sounds fucking stupid, I know, but you know it ends with a ka.
It says re.
Reek is currently what you guys know.
Are there any letters before or in the middle of it that we don't know?
Currently, you guys have the first two letters. Translated to common, it's roughly RH. Some of the middle letters, translated to English common, it's roughly IA. And the last two letters, which are CK. There are 3 letters between the RH and the IA, and then 1 letter between the last 2 syllables.
Alright, wait. Say that again. Say letter, letter, and then like blank, blank. Just.
I'll write it down for you because I worded that really poorly.
We're gonna play Hangman in this goopy blood left over.
Man, you know, where's a wizard that can
translate this, or a warlock. You know, if only we had a warlock that had read all languages.
Right?
Imagine how much of a headache they'd get seeing 9 languages translated all at once. Ugh.
Could you imagine if we had a warlock here that could read this stuff, though? How much easier life would be for us.
Yeah. Imagine being a caster.
Hey, don't bards know how to understand stuff in people?
So, do you bring comprehend languages today, Jordan, or Eldroic?
I don't do that because I can talk to people's minds.
You can talk to people's minds.
And then he says in your mind, yes, I could talk to people's minds.
That's weird.
It's the fun.
What, did he actually do it?
Yeah, he did the thing.
Oh yes, I did the thing, Jordan, in your mind.
Whew. Kinda tingly.
It does tingle. Don't go in their mind. It's like a fortress.
It's a 300-foot thick steel trap.
An open mind is like a fortress with the gates unbarred and the walls unmanned.
So, how are we gonna destroy this?
Well, before you do, and he takes out a journal and he's going to write down the letters, the gobbledygook missing spots, and be like, okay. Well, this is some kind of stone. Do you have a hammer that breaks it?
I do.
Because if this is obsidian, it is still a stone, technically.
Oh, shit, obsidian, I can use that.
Naked Lorian's gonna back up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna harvest the obsidian.
Yeah, that works.
I just smash the altar and gather some of the chunks.
What bit are you smashing specifically?
Smash it all for good measure.
Like that thing, or you're smashing the wall as well, or?
I'll do the whole bit. Yeah, we can't have this thing coming back. And
yeah.
while we stopped it and destroyed this thingy, still don't know what's making the dragon tracks.
Dedicated team of cultists, all casting mending.
I'm gonna take a look around. Do I see any dragon tracks?
Give me a perception.
11.
No. You haven't really seen anything, nor has anything come close. At least from what you can tell during the fight.
But yeah, I'm gonna smash up the altar and gather up some of that obsidian to be used later. I will probably smash all of this because that looks important.
That is a 20-foot table, and obsidian is of a certain density times 10 feet. It's probably 3 feet tall. That's a shitload of obsidian.
I'm gonna build a nether portal.
Yeah, you get everything except one last block.
Okay.
You're gonna have to go and get one more block of obsidian.
Oh, then
No,
we gotta
I
get a
just need
lighter.
some water and some lava.
Do you have the lighter?
Yes. That's easy. You just use the flint and steel bar.
Yes. Anyhow, why don't you roll me... Are you trying to preserve the obsidian? Or are you just decimating this unholy altar?
You know what? I want to preserve some of it because I plan on using some of it.
Yeah, it'll take you doubly as long. But why don't you roll me a... whatever skill you think fits a gathering skill. And we'll say 5 is your every degree of success.
I think. I mean, normally I'd go for survival, but that's more survival-y. Probably athletics.
I'd allow it, otherwise you want athletics. I'm not fussed either way.
Athletics would be better. Nope. I go, and the whole thing just goes.
Fuck it, you're using the rock hammer, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you advantage for that. You
Yay.
decimate a hearty chunk of this, but out of it you get 3 nicely polished blocks of obsidian, which weigh about 25 pounds each.
Cool.
They're probably like solid fucking 1 foot by 1 foot blocks as well.
Nice.
I'm not
Probably
carrying
smaller
that.
than
Yeah, how do you plan to get that all back?
He counts as a size larger for equipment load.
That's fair.
Alright.
And unfortunately, the stuff up here... Oops, I'm in measuring. The stuff up here is just like standard stone, even though it's engraved with magic words.
Could still knock all that over too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
destroy all that magic-y stuff. Get rid of that ritual.
Yeah.
Just
You're not trying to preserve it or anything, so you just decimate it. Actually, that could be funny. Give me an athletics check. DC 20 to destroy the worded area in one blow.
23.
Nice. You only suffer once. Roll me a D. 1D 222.
Oh! Haha! 2.
Oh, fuck.
Alright.
The caster and target switch positions after the spell.
I am
You
now
smash
the
it,
mortar.
and then fall through it. But ultimately, nothing happens. You find yourself encased in stone, and then you just... and it shatters around you, because the magic hammer did most of the work. But yeah, it's easy enough to decimate this wall.
Alright, are we done being the Kool-Aid man?
Yes.
You're supposed to say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
So, do we look for whatever was causing these dragon footprints, or do we go back to the farm?
We can start making our way back, and if we notice the footprints, then we can pick them up.
Lorraine, would you like some help putting your clothes back on before you get frostbite?
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute to do that, so help will be great.
Yeah, I'll help her. I'll reluctantly help her put her clothes on, copying a feel here and there.
Yeah, so
Reluctant.
while that's happening, Lori is just gonna say, "Hey, so last night, do you have any trouble sleeping?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a weird dream last night.
It's odd that we both have weird dreams the same night. Why do I get the feeling it's going to be the same dream?
It might be. And I'll describe this dream. It involves rope and infernal gazes and a leash. And Lorian just kind of says, seems weird, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, mine had ropes, no leashes, nothing infernal, but there was fire.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, a strong urge to read a certain something.
Oh, I was holding it.
So you took it and you read it?
Apparently, according to this dream.
I need to hold your dangerous book.
Oh, hi, we were talking.
Yeah, you're talking out in the open.
We're having a personal conversation while I'm getting dressed.
I turn around.
I'm gonna check my pack to see if the book is in there. I mean, she would have checked in the morning.
Yeah, did you put it somewhere stupid while you were sleeping?
No.
Okay, then yeah, it's still in there.
So in your dream you read it, but you didn't actually read it.
But I haven't touched it.
We have to get back to town.
Yeah.
Have you had any more urges to read it since you woke up?
This was the first.
It was not my first. Which is why I've not been wanting to spend too much time on this farm. So we should make haste. Because nothing good can come out of reading this book.
No, I'm in agreement. Okay. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Get going. I'm gonna keep an eye out for the footprints. Just in case.
Alright. Where are you kids headed? Back to the farm? Back to town?
Back to town.
Somewhere else?
This guy's not paying us, right? Do we pick this up from somewhere else?
I imagine the farm's on the way. I'm just gonna go secure my business deal with them so I have a steady supply of food and then head back to town.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fair.
After talking to Lorian, Jordan's gonna opt to head back to town. She's not gonna stop anywhere.
Good thinking.
Ezra has to stop to make the deal, so we'll catch up.
For the most part, it's largely on your way. It's probably only like a 5-minute diversion to go in there and say hey.
Hey, business deal we talked about. Good. It's dead.
It's dead, you say.
Yes.
Now what was it?
Cultist was summoning a thing. We killed it, destroyed the altar.
Now, pray tell, what do you suppose it was ransacking this here farm most nights, rather than anything else? Cultists tend to find fun in destroying all things, don't they? At least that's how I read it.
Would I be able to have figured out... Actually, I'll ask him what languages he knows, and show him the thingy.
Yeah, give me a sec.
See if he can fill in any more of those blanks.
First, roll me a D100 and roll high. 50 plus.
71.
Nice. Now... and roll me a D16.
16.
He has a look at it, and... I'm afraid I'm a common folk in more ways than one. I only know the common tongue and the uncommon tongue spoken by those underground ones. My mother was a different sort of lady. I won't bore you with the details, but I'm afraid I don't understand this here script. None of it, in fact.
Alright.
Yeah, you rolled undercommon.
I give him the rundown of everything that happened so that he knows what to expect and I did roll the 16 on the survival. I don't know if that means I saw the tracks or not.
No, you didn't see many, I'm afraid. They seemed to dissipate shortly after you ran into the encounter. Or rather, the trail was lost.
Hopefully that's the end of it then.
Well, it was a pleasure having your stay. Traumatic, but a pleasure all the same. I am mighty thankful that you could help.
If you have any other problems, inform me. I will require the supply from the farm from our restaurant.
Yes. Why, I've already got a nice little package of vegetables bundled away for you. I was expecting your return.
Well, thank you.
And he does. It's like a nice little gathering basket full of just carrots, turnips,
Yep.
whatever the fuck else grows up north.
Yeah, and I'll pay him for whatever is meant to be paid for a bundle of turnips and fruits and stuff.
The bundle is kind of just a thank you present. I think you've already paid him for
Oh, that's right.
like a down payment for yak and boar meat. So yeah, he just provides you everything else you'd need.
Cool. All right. And I make my way to catch up.
Yeah. God damn it, Shane, why'd you close that fucking PDF, you dickhead? Sorry, I thought of something else cool that I might want to give you, so... roll me a D100.
Three.
Okay. This doesn't make much sense, you're not sure why the farmers have it, but as you're walking along, you're trying to catch up to the group, and you're digging through, carrots. Ooh, a couple of tomatoes. Ooh, a couple of mushrooms. Then you find something solid and classy, and you, not push a carrot off it and kind of pull it out of the basket, and you find yourself a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty fucking sweet deal. But yeah, it's easy enough to catch up to the group. They're probably travelling at a normal pace, so a bit of light exercise for Guzrock is absolutely no problem whatsoever.
My knees.
Anyhow, why don't we, why doesn't someone give me a weather roll? Roll me a d20.
18.
And
Now roll
It's not-
1d100 for how many inches of snow you're gonna get on the way back.
yeah, it's not necessarily uncharacteristic for this time of year, but it's a little bit early for blizzards. Yet one rolls in all the same, and it really impairs your ability to travel. The town is probably only 1 day away, but the torrential rain and the buffeting snow slows that down significantly. Plus, you guys didn't stop to sleep anywhere, so that could be concerning as well.
That did happen.
I mean, we only just woke up.
Also true.
True. The entire escapade of tracking probably took you from 6 PM to 9 PM, plus or minus the fight. So it's nice and dark, and you're getting berated by shearing rain.
I hate to say it, but we should stop for the night.
Find somewhere comfortable to cozy up.
It's a decent rest after what happened and all of this.
Guzrak will look for like a big pine tree to where a snow well's gonna form, and make a little tent out of it, since it'll probably be faster than nailing one of their tents in.
Yeah. You have that completely, like, massive tarp that you stole off that fucking command tent, so you're able to just, like, throw that and harness it off and tie it down loosely. And it does a perfect job. You guys are able to get a nice night's sleep. Someone give me a d10.
Guzrak will say that we'll kind of like huddle up at the entrance to kind of block out some of the cold for the others.
A 9.
Beautiful. Okay, Guzrock, you're for the most part sitting at the door, yeah?
Yeah, and just as a reminder, I don't know when, but let's see, I get to cook special food.
Yeah, I'll say you do that in the morning.
Okay.
But halfway through the night, you're kind of leaned up against the post. You're copping a bit of snow from one side, it's a bit chilly, but you're furry, so you're keeping yourself warm. Out of the darkness, you hear a... Oh, light, I see. Warmth. I need warmth. And you hear a bit of a clattering as it draws closer. It's enough to startle you awake. The rest of the party doesn't seem to stir just yet.
Do I recognize that voice?
That is me just having a really bad range of voices, so I'm gonna say no. Actually...
D100.
Yeah, you've heard that same kind of voice many times before. Usually it comes with a pun.
I'm gonna poke my head out and see who it is.
Yeah. You stand up and chances are you grab your axe as well, because that's the sensible thing to do, and step out into the darkness. You kind of shield your face to block some of the rain and block some of the, wind. And eventually you come across a skeleton form, clutching an extinguished lantern in one hand and a scimitar in the right. And as it sees you, its empty eye sockets do nothing because they're fucking empty. It startles. Oh, good fellow. Yes. Why, I've been traveling for days. It is awfully cold and depressing out here. Oh, perchance, do you have room for one more? Do you require services? Why, I'm good with this here blade, you see.
This is a skeleton?
It sure is. Why, I'm afraid this storm is cutting right through to my bones. My old age.
Well, you have no meat
I'm
on
not
you,
good
that's
against the
why.
cold, I'm afraid. Sorry?
Well, you have no meat on your bones, that's why.
Yes, I'm afraid in my olden days I've grown frail. And thin. But no matter, I'm still good with the blade, see?
I need an insight
Would
check
you
with
permit me
skeleton.
to join you? Sorry?
I need an insight check with skeleton. I want to know if he can be my friend.
You don't just trust this guy inherently?
I kind of do. I want to hire him into my business. 5. I can't figure it out.
No, he's not lying to you. He believes that he is a frail old man. He is an adventurer, but he has fallen upon hard times.
The hardest of times.
Okay.
Why,
So
permit me to...
Are you good at?
Sorry.
Are you good at julianing? You said you're good
Why,
with the blade, yes?
I once had a Julian. She was a fine fellow.
Good
Is that what
enough.
you mean?
Well played.
Good enough. I'm gonna invite him in and feed him some stew.
Yeah, he absolutely would love some stew. He sits down and he's clattering. His bones are like echoing against each other. And oh, is that stew? That is.
Indeed.
Would you be so kind to give an older man some stew?
Does he have a beard on his skeleton face?
No, he has a lower jaw,
Darn it.
and that is.
All right. Yeah, I get him a bowl of stew and get one of mine, and I'm just gonna sit there and what is your name, friend?
Yeah, well, still shivering, he like grabs a spoon and gets a load of stew and puts it in his mouth, and it all just like drips down onto his ribcage below.
Yep.
Oh, my name is something that Shane didn't fucking think about because I'm a dickhead. Oh, Mars. My name is Mars.
Mars. I am Lord Beef Swellington. I am the proud owner of the Swellington.
Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you. Why, it has been a time. I'm afraid those names aren't familiar to me. I've been adventuring for many a day now. It's been an awful long time since I've seen civilization or had food as good as this. I am truly thankful again. And then he shovels another pile of stew that just clatters down to the floor.
From one old man to another. And I'll just make some small talk, and I will probably forego the rest of my sleep to make sure he doesn't cause any harm.
Between the two old blokes having a chat, it's probably loud and disturbing enough that if anyone wants to wake up, they can.
Yeah, I imagine if it wakes us up.
It doesn't necessarily wake you up, but I don't know, it's certainly good if you're a light sleeper.
My passive is 10.
Well, my passive is 16, and I'm also paranoid about this book.
That's fair.
After what Lorian said.
That's fair.
So, Jordan is probably going to wake up, and if Jordan wakes up, it'd be enough to wake up Lorian, because they're probably very entangled to keep warm.
True. You see two old men having a chat.
Well, we see
No.
a Minotaur.
Yeah, one
skeleton.
seems to be awfully older than the other.
We see a Minotaur and a skeleton. Okay, so Lorian's going to look to Jordan, and there's just that, like, I got this kind of, like, hand gesture, And I'm going to cast... Cast. Control Undead.
You can control them?
I can control them.
Dude!
As an action,
Okay.
I target the undead, sees within 30 feet of me, must make a wisdom saving throw DC 14. On a failed save, it will be my servant for the next 24 hours.
I'm not even going to roll that because he was already willing. As he saw the two of you stirring, he would have been turning and trying to offer his apology. But yeah, what do you command him to do?
Nothing. I'm just going to say, state your business. Why are you in our camp?
Oh,
I was speaking to the skeleton. Speak truthfully.
yes. Sorry for disturbing your sleep, young lady. I'm just but an adventurer, and it was awfully chilly. I happened upon your good friend here. He invited me in and gave me soup. Oh, such a kind soul. Such light upon my heart.
Okay, so you've been lost out here for some time, I assume?
Well, some would call it lost. Others would call it displaced. I have accomplished many a great things since I've been out here. Why, just recently I stumbled upon some strange fey beasts. I can't fathom why they're in this realm, but it's been many a year since I dealt with those. It was a jolly good laugh.
Are you aware of the fact that you're dead?
Nonsense. I am sitting here enjoying delicious stew and
to the
having a
skeleton.
lovely conversation with...
I'm going to walk up to the skeleton and I'm going to drive my sidearm knife through its ribs. You're dead. You've been dead. You are speaking to us now as a skeleton. And because I now command you, you can see the truth of this.
Yeah, he, recoils and tries to grab your wrist, and then suddenly doesn't die because, he's just bones, and he looks down and... Oh, no, I'm just thinly from some time of malnourishment.
You would have at least felt that.
It's... don't disrespect your elders, good lady.
Don't disrespect
While
your
I may
master.
be decrepit and somewhat unwashed, I do apologize, but it is no reason to call me dead.
I think Gozrak's just kind of pouring a glass of something to drink, and then just asks, so, if you were to die anytime soon, what would you like to accomplish before that time?
Oh, that is difficult to say.
Theoretically, so you have no regrets. You can continue on to your next life, etc., etc.
As they say, my dear, a hero's lot in life is all but to make himself redundant. So I'll never be satisfied while there is still evil roaming in this world. But I can die happily knowing that I did my part. Other young folk like your friend here will take up the mantle once I am gone.
You realize that to some on sight you are considered evil?
What? Fathom the thought, my dear. I've been fighting for the light my entire life.
But you're not alive anymore.
Oh, these young people and their insistence that the old do not carry any respect or any favor, that we should be simply cast off. Don't you agree, young man? He says as he looks over to Guzrock with his eyeless sockets.
I'm far from young. My adventuring days are limited. I
Yes,
will...
yes. Like mine. But you're still fighting to this day, see? As am I, as am I.
And what would convince you to retire? To be fulfilled in the belief that young champions such as these, and gesturing to Lorian and Jordan, are still carrying the same mantle that you do, or had.
I did try that once. A long time ago. With my dear Julianne. But it didn't work out. Left by my lonesome, I don't have much else to go. So, I'll be within this life until it takes me.
And where is this Julianne?
Yes, yes. We wed young, see. She was a beauty. So many years ago. So many happy memories. But alas, the world claimed her. She went well, peacefully. But left me to fend for myself.
And where might she be buried?
God damn it, Shay, you know I don't have other town names.
Does she happen to be buried in the town just nearby? Perhaps she would like to visit the site one last time. Find some reconnection.
I do believe she was close.
Lauren would be able to see that throughout this conversation, the longer it goes on, it's getting harder and harder for her to just let this be.
Yes,
Basically, what Gazrek's trying to get at is to try and get him to find whatever satisfaction he needs to move on to the afterlife.
Yeah, I get you. It's just, he's kind of stubborn and still doesn't believe that he is dead. Oh, why, it was not a stone's throw from Skian. It was a sorrowful day. My brother and many of my friends and many of her friends all walked her out into the forest, and we had a nice little reception where we buried her. I can't say I've been back since. The pain, you see.
Perhaps that is what you need to confront this pain, come to terms.
I've thought about that many a time, but I've never given it the proper thought.
Well,
I've never given my Julianne the
You
attention
need to give
I
it
should
proper
have.
thought now.
It is tired.
Oh, but I've still got many years ahead of me. I'm
No,
sure
you've
this
got
time-
about 20 more minutes ahead of you. And that's being generous.
You are a somber lot. Yes. I suppose we are awfully close. It might do me well to see the sight.
In a second, we will take you.
I am not taking this undead skeleton anywhere.
Cutting words, my dear. Words like skeleton. Can't you see that I still but yet live?
Gazrak will rise make his way to the sleep, then I'll be back shortly.
Yeah, for the most part, he sits there quietly and enjoys the rest of his soup, which all spills to the floor, to the ground beneath him.
Where is Guzrock going?
Guzrock was gonna take him to the gravesite.
Sorry. Yep.
And he with Lorian controlling him?
I was gonna wait and address that in a moment, because...
Oh, I don't think I know that he's being controlled.
I did not hide the fact that I commanded it and was in control of it.
Oh, okay.
But that's why Jordan was generous with how long he had to live.
And that's why I had been giving it orders this entire time. I was just letting it play out. What do you want to do with my skeleton?
Exactly what I said. I am going to make sure that this soul has is able to find peace.
Very well. Follow Guzrock. Obey his orders.
Why, you don't need to obey if you're doing so willingly.
You're
But
not,
alas,
you will
I
obey.
will. Yes, you've all been good company to an old man. I thank you.
Just for good measure, she's going to say, turn 180 degrees from Guzrock and start walking. Don't stop unless I tell you.
Yeah, he turns 180 degrees exactly away from Guzrock and then starts walking.
I'll wait till he's 10 paces, tell him to stop again. Follow
Yeah, he
Guzrock.
stops.
Obey his orders.
Oh, of course, yes. Let us be off.
Alright, let's go find the grave of your companion. And we will do so, and if it is nearby, as he said.
Yeah, it's kind of a difficult find. It probably takes you a good half an hour or so. Going off his rough directions, he keeps telling you that, oh yes, from Skjarn we left in a southwesterly fashion and we walked for some hours and there was a nice little clearing and trying to replicate those instructions from approaching from the other side is a little bit difficult, but eventually you stumble over a tree and find an overgrown tombstone that is kind of really nice once you actually get a good look at it. Stepping up to it, you wipe off the moss and wipe off the overgrowth and wipe off the snow. It's made of stone and a material that you've seen quite recently, obsidian glass, which strikes you as odd. Inside the glass is the standard affair that you find in a tombstone. Here lies Julianne Ington. That's her last name because I lack creativity. Well-wisher and adventurer, helper of the needy, helper of yada yada. Loving wife of Mars Ington. And Mars clatters up behind you and, oh, I remember this place so dearly. It has been far too long.
Perhaps this time you reconnected with her.
Oh, my Julianne. I really am sorrowful. He steps up to the gravestone and leans down to admire the chiseled writing in the glass, and that's when he takes pause. His reflection in, even though it's very dark, he still somehow sees his reflection and realizes that Lorien wasn't pulling his leg. She was very much telling the truth when she said he was dead.
And Gozrak just puts a hand on his bony shoulder and just says, "It's time you see her."
Oh.
It sounds as though she was waiting for you.
I've been foolish. How long have I been going about this world, these woods, this snowy barren, alone, stubbornly avoiding this place, my one true love. Oh, Julianne, I've been a fool. I'm sorry, Julianne. And then his animation ceases and his bones clatter on top of the resting place of his Julianne. And he ceases to be.
Know and enjoy each other's company from this day onwards. And Gozrak will bury him in that same place.
I like it.
She keeps his leg bone for soup, or he keeps his leg bone for soup later.
When shortly after Gozrak leaves, Jordan will motion for Lorien to follow her outside. I mean, they're kind of still outside, but outside of the tent. I don't like this.
Which part?
All of it. We've got a dragonborn with a blade that sucks blood. Another person who just disappeared, who is too interested in heretic items. And then another befriending skeletons.
Well, I mean, if we wanted to get technical, I also can control it, but Gozrak's heart was at least in the right place. The rest remains to be seen.
I almost wonder if part of this has to do with that stupid book.
It all could be connected. We will have to confide with the Order. See what they make of all of this.
But if you hadn't commanded it, it'd be gone.
Of course. Plus, we didn't know what its true intentions were.
We'll have to keep a close eye on them. They're gonna get into trouble. Or they're gonna get us in trouble.
I won't let that happen.
Good.
Guzrock, as you're burying Mars with his Julianne, you notice a few things. As Mars originally fell apart and he technically died again, one of his molars came loose and it glowed. Then, when you not so much excavate the ruins, but dig up the long-lost Julianne, you find a second glowing stone resting with her as well.
Do I have any idea what that means?
You can definitely tell these are magic items.
Okay, so it's not like... It's not like the two of them are now together in the afterlife. They're not still there.
Yeah, they're definitely dead. But seemingly, considering where you got the piece from Mars, having a look at the second one, you can definitely tell that Julianne had a similarly shaped stone replacing one of her teeth that has since fallen out.
Okay.
They seem to be a pair.
I suppose I will take those, and of course, in reciprocity, I will. I think kind of like almost in ritual, just kind of honoring the dead. He pops one of the healing potions and just kind of runs it over the bones. May new life find you two together, and then just bury them. So I'll mark off one healing potion.
Yeah. Once you cover them again and like pat down the topsoil, you can already see that a red rose is growing in their spot. The healing potion seemingly invigorating the life and filling it with nutrients, the ground, and filling it with nutrients and letting the remains assist in that process as well. You feel good about yourself. You've maybe done a good thing.
Hey, when you live as old as Gozrek has, you have a bit of wisdom in you. But
Yeah.
he'll return when he's done.
And that's what I get for using the random encounter table. Wasting 30 minutes of our lives.
Hey, I thought it was a good scene.
Yeah, so did I. But yeah, now you have 2 glowy stones, and you guys can progress on back to the town tomorrow.
Yeah. Next day, just ask Aldrich to identify them.
Probably, if you were gonna like, when you got back and your ship's over, he'd probably, after waking up, be like, I'll just, I'll identify these while everyone's sleeping.
Yeah. When Eldruid gets his hands on them, they're only small. They're both shaped like hind teeth. And identifying them reveals them to be custom-made sending stones.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, in their
Wow.
adventuring days, Mars and Julianne had sending stones lodged in their, a tooth ripped out and replaced with a sending stone, so they could always talk to each other.
That's sweet.
It's sweet and really, really, really strange, the level of dedication you have with somebody. It's like you can just hold them and talk, and it's fine, it's fine, it's cool.
Special sending stones.
Yeah, it required dental work.
Yeah.
You get the impression that Mars and Julianne, they may have been pretty good adventurers. Because this is a custom piece, and this would have cost a shitload.
It's like, wow, this is very heartfelt. How much for one of them? Oh, I can't do anything with one, I need the pair. Ah, okay. I would like a small castle, please.
They probably had a small castle.
Yeah, we gotta find all these guys' goodies now that they're dead and gone finally.
Yeah, I do believe we are drawing close to our end point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, thank you everyone for watching. This has, of course, been The Winter's Gate, a wonderful 5th edition homebrew game. Do we level up for beating a tough boss monster and reuniting lost lovers?
For defeating a creepy boss monster, no, because I didn't give him enough health. For reuniting lost lovers, yes.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yay. Thanks, Shay.
You're welcome.
We did it.
We did it.
Do I immediately go into rogue, or take my last hard level?
As a closing little segment, we cut back. Excuse me. All my beers are boys, so I'm getting awfully burpy from them. Sorry.
Good thing we weren't level 5 before that encounter, because I'd have destroyed that skeleton.
Yeah, that would be cruel. But yeah, in our closing scene, we cut back to a place that you visited. A little campsite splayed about with bones, bestial skulls, and the odd human piece. And we see a curiously dressed lizard folk skittering about, hissing angrily. Oh, why mustn't we go back? You're being cruel, my dears. And it pans over to a long-lost Envy, who scoffs at him and simply says, "You're being too direct, my dear Gluttony. Rakdos encourages chaos. Picking at the same farm over and over again is not chaos. It's a vendetta. Get your motives in line, my dear Gluttony. Come. We were going to have some fun. It's been far too long." And then it fades to black. That's what Envy has been getting up to.
Yep.
And that is also the lizard folk that may or may not have been leaving all those tracks and eating boars.
Da, da, da.
Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Okay. That's it. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Good night,
Have a
y'all.
good night.
Good night.